Hey y'all, hey. This lighting does not do anything positive for my skin. Um, but I honestly just don't feel like being in my office. I was sitting over there nice and cozy on my couch, but it really like washes me out. So, tried recording this a couple of times and my phone has decided that it doesn't want to have any more memory or that I've recorded way too many things and I think just in general, my phone is about to crap out because yeah, it won't let me update it. So here is where we're at. Um, I'm realizing I've spent the last couple of weeks. I know that I haven't talked to you guys in a while, and I'm gonna stop knocking my knees up against the table. I realized over the last couple of weeks that I have my burnout was back in full force, and I realized that for the last couple of weeks, I literally have done nothing but fight with myself. And, or the last couple of months, I've done nothing but fight with myself and try and force myself to do stuff. And it has only led me to be confused and therefore led my audience to be confused. And I wanted to take some time to just sit back and be like, okay, like this isn't none of what I've been doing was working. The people I realized that the pricing that I require and the amount of experience and the worth that I have for the work that I'm going to be doing requires people who are actually making money and a decent amount of money at that, right? They probably have need to be near the six figures or past it. And I wasn't talking to people like that. I was talking to broke people who are like me, are broke and aren't already making money. And people who have no money cannot spend money to make money. Um, that's just not how that really works. And the people who are already making money likely aren't bootstrapping. And that's who I've been talking to for the last 10 years is people who are bootstrapping. And so needed to figure A, I needed to come to that realization, and then B, need to figure out, okay, what does that look like? How do I even do that? Who am I talking to? And what does the package structure look like? So I've sat down and I've written that out. I've had create packages or create a web page for this for like 6 weeks on my to-do list, and every week I was just like, I don't even know. I don't even know where to start. So I have created something now, and we'll be putting that into an actual web page soon. And then it's just a matter of pushing the content. I keep looking over here because it's sitting right here. Um, and then I need to create a launch plan. And the other aspect of this is like, well, what am I offering exactly, right? I feel like this is way too high. What am I offering exactly? And I needed to figure that aspect of it out too. And it was like, well, I could offer this, and I could offer this, and I could offer this. And to be perfectly honest with you, every business has different needs at different times. So, what I really needed to do was stop overcomplicating it and just say, here are the packages. This includes X number of hours. And then below that, here's a menu of all the things that you can do with the hours that you've purchased. You're purchasing a retainer of X number of hours, meaning that you can use up to this number of hours. They don't roll over, and if you use them or lose them type of deal, and that's what it is. Um, I also realized that I really do like doing some of the VA stuff right now. Obviously, if I get too busy, I'll hire somebody to do the VA work and I'll pay them a percentage of what I'm charging. Um, but for now, I could do it all, and I'm okay with that. So that's something too. So I'll give you kind of an idea. Let me see if I can pull this out without moving all my stuff. Um, Hold on before I do all this. Let's do that, and then I'm going to explain some other things that have been happening in my head. Level one is 375 per month, and you get up to 5 hours of OBM work only. And I might change that so that it's like an even 400 or an even 500, just so that we have kind of a round number. So it's not like 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, and then 1 hour. I feel like having 2 hours per week would be helpful. Yeah, I think that's what we want to do. We're going to change to 2 hours per week. And then some weeks you might have more, and then I only have to work an hour or something the next week. Let's see. And then level two is $1,000. That's up to 8 hours of VA work, so that's two per week. And then up to 10 hours of the OBM work. And level three is 2,000 per month, and that's up to 20 hours of VA work and up to 18 hours of OBM work. So cool, cool stuff. Yeah, there's that. I think that those are good packages. I think that they are reasonable prices, and I think that the value that I bring, adding both VA work in and OBM work, allows you to get all of what you need in an affordable package, and then a value-based package, and then when you're ready, we can either hire an additional person, or you can choose to keep me on and I'll deal with it. And this is how could build an agency at some point, if I need multiple VAs, which if I got 10 clients at these rates, I would need help. So, um, there's that. The other thing I noticed about myself is that the reason I've been all over the place is because I'm constantly feeling like I don't have any hobbies. I have zero hobbies, and um, I really didn't know even who I was. And that was kind of the thing I kept coming up against is, who the fuck are you even? And I felt very lost. And, outside of being a mom, outside of being, oh, good. Okay. I thought for a second I wasn't recording this. I almost had a freak out. Okay. Sorry about that. It's a Monday after a holiday weekend and a multi-day migraine situation. So I'm wasn't right for a second. um, I felt very lost, and I still feel that way a little bit. I'm starting to figure it out. Like, outside of being a mom, outside of being a wife, outside of being an animal lover and a cat mom, like, who am I? And what do I like? I mean, just thinking about the last 7 years of my life, I didn't even listen to books that I chose to listen to certain books, but they were still only the ones that my husband had bought. And until the summer, I didn't have my own Audible to be able to listen to whatever I wanted, you know? And, now and for the last 10 or 15 years, every waking moment has been thinking about or doing or trying to do or figuring out how to business. And while that's okay if you're successful, um, it's also not okay when you stop after a little while and you go, okay, well, I'm gonna rest this weekend. Well, what the hell does that look like? I mean, I didn't even know what that looked like, you know? And I had these Lego sets that had been sitting there for almost a year and hadn't been put together. And so I started listening to books and doing Legos, which I start to do um, every winter anyway, because in the summertime we're outside, in the afternoons and the evenings. And before that, I had been doing soap and doing all kinds of things and trying to run a soap business. And before that, I was learning, um, what was I learning? Learning about soap. And before that, I was learning how to code. And before that, just so I could run a business. And I don't like coding. I hate it, in fact. I like making pretty websites, but I don't like the aspect of things not working the way that they're supposed to and causing problems. I love making soap. I don't like making 6 runs in a week to the post office. Don't want to do that. No, thank you. Um, I like doing the math and a little bit of the inventory stuff, but trying to make things other than what I like just sucks. And especially when you make a whole bunch of stuff or you buy a whole bunch of stuff and then nobody buys the stuff. That really sucks. And all of the markets in the last 2 or 3 years have really skyrocketed in how much you have to pay to get in them. And the little boutiques all wanted rent, and that's cool, except when it's $100 a month and you have no clientele to even send to those places, and it's still only a percentage. After the $100 rent, it was still only a percentage. It just didn't work out. And it's okay that it didn't work out. I'm glad it didn't work out, because having to move my entire kitchen around and then move it back when I was done was really problematic. And the fact that I still haven't made soap, even though I've wanted to and I've needed to make soap, I haven't done so because it's such a pain in the ass to move everything back and hyper vigilant about cleaning things after the fact is kind of a thing. Um, will I make soap again? Absolutely, because it actually really was a lot of fun. And um, I my skin does not like using other products other than my own handmade soap. So there's that. My hands, at least. My body does not like me using my soaps in the shower. Oh, here's a kitty. Who's happy? But it was like, who am I? Outside of just like being a as a person, who am I? And I was really, really wrestling with this idea of like, I don't even know who I am anymore. I've been married for 10 years on November 1st, and we've been together for 13 years. And that's a long time to be with an individual and to not really have a lot of time to yourself. And I think you go through an evolution of like, does my husband even know who I am anymore? Like, what are we doing and what am I doing and what does it all mean? You know, like the double rainbow guy, what does it mean? I was just having that kind of existential type crisis on top of burnout or because of burnout. I don't know, maybe a combination of the two. And I think I'm figuring it out, but um I need to get some work. I need to get more work. And that really could mean doing bookkeeping work again until I get some of these OBM spots filled. Um, but I need to be at least making strides toward that. Um, so the other thing that happened is I woke up this morning and I've been trying to figure out like what is happening with me. And I realized it this morning. I woke up at like 5:30 or 5:15 when my husband left, and I am honestly, genuinely very lonely. Um, I don't have any friends locally, and I have a few people that I would really consider friends, good friends, who check on me as much as I check on them and talk to me as much as I talk to them. And I really want more of that. And I think that as a society, we are all um, very lonely. At least some of us are. And I can't expect my son and my husband to do all of the peopling, all of my peopling. Um, and so I'm like, for the last couple weeks, I'm like, maybe I should start a book club. Is it, do I want a book club? I think I want a book club, and I just finished the ACOTAR season or series again. It's my second read through, and it was just as good as the first time. And I picked up on some things that I didn't pick up on the first time. And I'm like, you know what? I would love to just have people to talk to about this book series. And I'm currently reading Crescent City series. I'm on the first one. I think I'm about halfway through. And it's okay. I think I'm on a book hangover, so it's interesting, but I'm not really getting it as much as I would have liked. And it's just so very different that I think I should have gone with the Throne of Glass series, but that's a whole nother conversation. Um, so I woke up this morning like I've been wanting to start a community, but I didn't know what that looked like. I've been wanting to start a community for like 2 years now, and I just didn't really have an idea of how to bring people who is the target for this. And the answer is neurodivergent people like myself. I have autism and ADHD, as well as bipolar, and so this explains kind of the all over the place stuff, but really explains a lot of that. Um, and I really want to do that. I started to do this a couple of years ago, and it became a lot for me to manage by myself. So we are still going to do that. And I didn't know how to structure it. So I want to have a book club portion where we read fiction books, some spicy, some just for non-spicy. Um, Self-help books. We are gonna have water break and movement reminders within the club or within the collective. I do not have a name for this yet, just so we're clear. I have some potential names. We might use the Moonlight Magnolia. I don't know. We'll see. Um, we're going to do monthly body doubling sessions. And this is where I think that this concept really takes root. I am so far behind on my laundry, and I think that if I had a body doubling person who could help me with that, it would be really wonderful and really, really nice to. So we'll have body doubling sessions, and then within those body doubling sessions, we'll have breakout rooms. So if you're doing laundry, we'll kind of pair you with somebody who's doing laundry. If we are if there are people actually doing work or writing or something like that, we'll make sure that you're paired with somebody who's also doing that so that they're not loud. If you are doing dishes, we'll have somebody for that, or other housework. Housework might be the thing. Um, and I think body doubling for people who have ADHD and even autism can be really, really helpful because just having somebody with you who's also doing it too really has an impact. Um, we are going to have monthly networking hangouts. I'm going to change the name. They're just going to be hangouts. Like, we'll have the book club hangout, and then we'll just have a normal let's all get together and get to know each other hangout. And then a resource library as well. Um, the cost, there are 2 tiers. So that was all of tier one, and that's $5 a month. And the reason that I'm charging for this, I want you to show up. I want this to be impactful, and I want you to actually utilize the stuff. And having skin in the game, even a little bit, really helps people do that. B, there are softwares that I'm going to need in order to run this smoothly, and it costs money for those softwares. We will eventually be back on Podia because they have a community feature, and I really, really like it. In the meantime, we'll be using Discord for all the things. He's a pretty girl. Can you say hi? Can you say hi? Say my name is Cat Dog. Because when I was a baby, I looked like a dog. I looked like a German Shepherd. And we didn't plan on keeping you, so somebody was going to change your name anyhow. But then we kept you. Because you're amazing. Okay. The second tier is $20 per month. And I know that's quite a jump, but let me explain why. It's totally worth it. If you can opt out of this, but text reminders to have water and movement. And every day. And here's why, because I know me, and I haven't had a look at that water that's sitting in front of me yet today. I've had coffee, and I have a tea that I just made, but I have not had a lick of water. In fact, you and I both, go ahead and take a sip of water. And I know that I can sit on the couch for hours and not move my body, not get up and move around. So I think that those are really key and really helpful. So they'll be in the group, and then in the higher tiered plan, you'll actually get text messages from me that say, "Hey, have a drink of water." And then we'll have weekly body doubling sessions for the group. And then you'll also get one 30-minute private body doubling session with me, or an admin if and when this becomes so popular that I require multiple people to do these. And that one you'll schedule. So it's whenever you want to do it. If it's Saturday, if it's Sunday, we'll do that. And you get one of those per month. The other option, if you're on the $5 plan, but you would like a private 1 hour body doubling session with me, that's $15 just as a one off, and you can pay that and we'll just schedule it with you. So I think that it's going to be really popular. I think this is a really cool way of creating a community, and we can do cool stuff like books and book clubs and spicy book club And eventually I might have a book podcast because I love reading and I realize how much of that I do. Um, and I would love people to talk to about my books that I've read and what I'm loving and what I'm not loving, what revelations I've gotten with the books that I'm reading. Like, that's kind of been the thing I've been wanting to do for a while now, is just have a book club. Um, if you are interested in the collective, I'm going to call it the collective right now because that word is going to be in there somewhere. It's just what happens before that. If you're interested in the collective, I will have a link below for you to sign up for a mailing list so that you can get more information when it drops. I don't have links to get it started yet. I haven't even built it. Like I said, this just really finally like solidified in my brain this morning. So I'm excited about it though. Very excited and a little nervous because what if people don't like it? But I'm excited more than I am nervous. I am excited. And like I said, I think the body doubling, man, like I've done it before and it's super, super useful. So I highly, highly recommend. Um, if you have any questions about the OBM stuff or the collective stuff, let me know. Help me out here. Which of those collective plans are you most interested in? Are you more interested in the higher tiered package so that you can get the body doubling session, individual body doubling session, or are you more interested in maybe trying the $5 plan and then paying for an additional 1 hour session with me? I'm super curious about that. I hope you all have a lovely day. And yeah, any questions that you have, put them below. And if you're looking for an OBM, let me know. I would love to chat. All right, guys, have a good day. I hope that this was helpful, question mark, or at least enlightening to kind of understand what's been happening and where I've been. All right, y'all, have a good day. I'll talk to you later. See ya. Bye.